What up, you marks? It's time for getting over. This is Hell in a Cell edition. Today we're going to be talking about Hell in a Cell, the matches, and the aftermath, and any other wrestling things regarding Hell in a Cell. I'm the Duke, sitting alongside my friend and cohort, Mr. Kenny Camino Jr.
You guys have been here before, so you know what's about to happen. Hold on.
So, we got Hell in a Cell coming up. It means a lot of things. It means mostly that there's going to be a giant cell dropped around the cage, and a lot of people are going to try to ruin their careers behind it.
What? Say it again. You're going to try to ruin their careers.
Yeah. They're all going to try to be Mick Foley. They're all going to try to be The Undertaker or whatever. Well, maybe not The Undertaker. That'd be the one they'd try to be. Seemingly as Mark doesn't take any bumps at all.
Yeah.
But they're all going to try to be cool and going to try to emulate their friends and when they were growing up, jumping off of things in the backyard or whatever.
Yeah.
So
the way I look at it, it's like I don't really think that's the case. I only think there's going to be one person that tries to, or two people that's going to be trying to do all of that. Seth, maybe. But Roman ain't trying to take no bumps off that cage like that. And Rusev definitely ain't.
KO is.
I don't think he is, man. I think he's gonna be trying to be the one to give it. And then Seth may try to dive off of something, maybe, but I don't really think KO's trying to take no bump off of that cage. Sasha and Charlotte, though,
Sasha and Charlotte are trying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're gonna be the ones that's gonna try to be stupid. But anyway, so the way I look at it is, like, since we're gonna go ahead and talk about Hell in a Cell, like, we can go ahead and run down the card, and then we can give our predictions. What do you think about that?
That sounds good to me.
All right, so
I knew that was going to be an issue.
Oh, you need to cut the fingers. You cut like the part that exposes that out.
You just need little stickers to put on the end so you can work the phone. They have those little stylus finger things that you can put on there.
I need to get gloves that have the fingers cut out like I'm about to drive like a Trans Am or something. I need those with the fingers cut out looks like the Warriors.
You look like a bully from the 80s.
Yeah. Man, them gloves is tight. Yeah, so like we said, we're going to go ahead and go on this card, and then we're going to do our predictions. Who you think is going to – the match is who is going to win, and, we'll just go from there. So, all right, so it looks like we're going to start off by – well, I don't even think this is in order. So you're going to have to forgive me, because if it is in order, this is bullshit. This is bullshit if this is in order. Look at this crap. All right, so we got Enzo Amore, Big Cass versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson to kick everything off.
Is this for the title? No.
No, I got no title.
No, they don't have a title. Never mind. New Day does. But what is this for, though?
That's what it sounds like. You know the New Day got it's for our, at this point, it's for our viewing pleasure. Like, I don't know. Like,
there's no reason?
Nah, there's no reason.
Even if they win, do they become like the
number one contender? That would make sense. I mean, to me, it would have.
I mean, that's what I would just assume that that's what it would be.
I mean, but see, like, I don't know if y'all can see this, but look at this. Focus.
Oh, you had it right before.
Come on. All right. I don't think you can see that. But you see how everything else is like that dark area? I got it. I'm that dark area.
Oh, there's a lot of dark area now.
Trust me, it's there. So anyway, so there's bolded letters above the matches indicating like what the match is actually for. So above Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Enzo Amore and Big Cass, there's like nothing up there because the match is not for anything.
Okay.
So it's the pre-show. So this the pre-show match. It's the essentially it's the pre-show match.
That's fine.
So Luke Gallows. So the Bullet Club. So think about this. Think about the dynamic of this. So you have the Bullet Club, right?
Right.
And then you have Enzo and Cass. So the Bullet Club was supposed to be hot shit. And then you
They're
have
not anymore. It's all just lame now.
And then you have Enzo and Cass, which was supposed to be hot shit.
Yeah.
And then
which they're just kind of they're just there now.
They're just opening up the show to Hell in the Cell.
That's crazy that Raw could take two of the biggest acts in the world right now and just make them completely feel like they're mediocre. They're not mediocre, but it feels like it.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. That's for something else. We can complain about the ills of Raw.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
yeah,
some other time.
But okay, as far as this goes, so for the match, I personally have Gallows and Anderson better go over. Like that's how I look at it. Because I mean, if you need heels, if Enzo and Cass win it, and then the New Day is supposed to. When is the New Day beat Demolition? Like it's like in a month or two, right?
Yeah, they got another month or two left.
So it's Survivor Series pretty much, or around Survivor Series, or that's the pay-per-view after Survivor Series.
Yeah, whatever that one is after that.
So I mean, the heel is going to have to be a heel tag team to take that from him. I mean, Enzo and Cass isn't going to take it from him.
Yeah, it's got to be somebody else.
And then the Bullet Club is the heel tag team.
Yeah, but who cares? I mean, it's like whoever they're going to do is not. They're not coming up the next pay-per-view.
No,
whoever whatever it is, they're not going to win to the next pay-per-view. So it doesn't matter who really wins.
Well, it's
even if it was for the number one contendership.
But for the sake of predictions, it does matter. So for prediction, well, you know what? I take that fucking back. This is why I take that fucking back, because if New Day has a couple of months, if New Day has 2 months, then that means there's another pay-per-view that's going to come up.
Right. So they're going to have to wrestle somebody.
So let's say, for example, if they want to make a feud, so Carl Anderson and Enzo and them could wrestle again at Survivor Series. Or they could be a part of that Survivor Series tag team match. I forgot. So maybe they do that. Maybe they beat them, and then they'll be like, oh, you're the number one. And then they start the program with Enzo and with the New Day. They go past Survivor Series because they can't wrestle there because they're going to be in the tag team, the tag team Survivor Series match or whatever, and then they can start on whatever pay-per-view is after that. It's getting fucking confusing with all these damn pay-per-views.
So who you pick?
I'll pick Bullet Club.
I pick Enzo and Cass just because it doesn't matter.
You just want to pick opposite.
I have to pick an opposite. We're gonna try to make this for something.
If y'all not gonna make it something, we'll make it for something.
Yeah,
it'll just be competition between us since y'all don't want to do it.
Yeah, we'll put some stakes in here.
Anyway, so the next one is gonna be T.J. Perkins versus Brian Kendrick.
It's gonna be
like it's funny. Like all the messages is preference with some sort of side.
It's just okay.
Some sort of guy.
T.J. Perkins versus, and what was it? Brian Kendrick wanted
Brian Kendrick.
Brian Kendrick in the last deal on Raw wanted T.J. Perkins just to lay down for him.
Yeah, he just wanted to give it to him.
Yeah, so he's either gonna cheat or it doesn't matter. I think Brian Kendrick's gonna go over on this one.
Man, it's like they just don't make you give a fuck about none of them. Like I just don't care. Like I don't care who wins the cruiserweight.
Well, the cruiserweight deals, what they're doing is just they're waiting for everyone to run out of their contracts. All the rest of those guys have to finish up their indie dates before they get back into the main roster of WWE.
Okay, so all the cruiserweights are under indie contracts?
Yeah.
But usually indie contracts are like temps. Like it's not nothing binding. That's why they can use their names.
Yeah, but they gotta keep putting food on the table until it's over.
So Brian Kendrick and them are going around and wrestling. So okay, so wait a minute. So you mean to tell me the story is bad because they're trying to?
Because they don't have all the guys left. They don't have all their guys. They don't have the dude with the mustache, Jack, what's his name, and they don't have.
But to me, there's still no excuse for this motherfucker to come up to him and be like, "Hey, just let me win." Like that you can still halfway write something decent.
That's why it's just lame right now.
So now it's gonna be lame with more people. That's what you're telling me.
It's lame
like,
right now until they get rid of until they get past this dumb angle.
Yeah.
And they put. I think they're gonna try to put the belt on the main bad guy, Kendrick, because Kendrick seems like he's gonna be the guy to carry it going forward.
Yeah, I'd rather be Kendrick.
TJ Perkins.
TJP, he seems like the thing about TJP is what you guys don't understand is TJP wasn't even supposed to be in this position. So that you guys got to kind of take it easy on him. I see people online killing him. And it's just like, you got to take it easy on him because you have to understand Ibushi was supposed to be in this position. That was supposed to be Ibushi's belt. And Ibushi didn't want to sign. So they gave it to, they already eliminated Cedric Alexander. They can't give it to him. And they already eliminated, I think they eliminated Rich Swann already. Couldn't give it to him. So can't give it to Kendrick because you wanted to be a face. So they just ended up giving it to him. You can't give it to a Lucha Libre or a Luchador or whatever you call him. You had to give it to him. So he kind of got shoehorned into this. So he's doing the best he can, but man. And I refuse to believe that boy is older than me. I found out the other day, I'm 31 years old. I found out that the other day that boy is 32 years old. He looks like he is 14. That is no way. I need to drink whatever he drinking. Like he must.
Looks like he drinks milk and Capri Sun.
This ain't milk or Capri Sun. I'll tell you that. Yeah, he looks like somebody's nephew. He has the face of a nephew.
Nephew TJ.
Yeah, TJ nephew. Anyway, so what? So what's the next one? The next one is I guarantee you it's probably gonna be some match that it shouldn't be next after the the classic they're about to put on.
It's gonna be like Cesaro and somebody.
Yep, there you go. See, look, Cesaro and Sheamus versus the New Day in the tag title match.
You're not gonna win.
No,
Next,
they're not gonna win. Hell in a Cell for the WWE Universal title, Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens retains.
Yeah, he retains. There's no reason. Let me. This. Why don't I care about this pay per view? This is irritating. Look, in WWE, I have a question. I have a thing for you.
Okay.
Why would you do realize that selling the network is based off of how good these are, right? That's like one of the selling points.
It's the cornerstone of the network.
Yeah. So if the pay per views aren't good, it's like they're just Raws. That's what they are.
I feel like we've seen this match already.
Yeah,
it's just not in a cell.
These pay per views are just Raws that come on Sunday. Like I don't understand why Seth Rollins versus Kevin. So is Jericho in it or not in it or what?
They tried to make it for like a 3-way or something like that, but they nixed that.
I feel like they tried to just put Jericho out there just to see if we were fucking with it.
But the whole thing was like Jericho came out of nowhere to just hijack this entire show for the last few weeks. It should have been just Rollins and Kevin Owens, but Jericho just came in with the fire of 1,000 suns.
Yeah, well, they better not do that anymore because we see what happened when it was about Jericho for a whole entire show. That show was trash. But the show that just passed.
It tried to make it. They try to make the list of Jericho worth something, but it's not worth anything. It's just a list of things that piss Jericho off.
It's worth something in small doses. Like, it's not a star player. It's a good cog in a machine. It's not the main thing. You shouldn't make it like the whole. Jericho is really, really good in terms of where the storylines are as supporting. And you're seeing him and you're just like, oh, well, the people are responding to him. Let's make the show about him.
Highlighting the list of Jericho is like highlighting Triple H's leather jacket when he came down to the ring, or highlighting William Regal's brass knuckles. Like, oh, he lost his brass knuckles. So okay, it's just a small part of his character. It's not something you need to focus an entire show around. It's something you could focus an entire show around. I mean, they tried, but what was it?
I mean, I don't really know. To me, it's just Man, it is funny because it's so kind of predictable, like their writing styles. Like they look at something and just be like, "Ooh, that's getting over. Let me just go hop all over its taint and see what we could do." Like crabs. It's like as soon as something catches on, as soon as something's caught, they're all over the place. Can't get rid of them. No matter how hard you try.
Tell us more about crabs. How do you know about them?
Books. I need to know what I'm looking for. Be like, oh wait, oh no, that's not it.
That's a raisin.
Yeah, that's a man. Okay, so the next one is gonna be probably gonna be Roman, Kevin Owens. Oh, okay. Well, it says okay. So Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and then it says Hell in a Cell for the Raw WWE Women's Title match, which I don't think this matching placement is not going to be what it is, but it's Charlotte versus Sasha. For the women's title in Hell in a Cell.
Charlotte retains.
Charlotte doesn't have it though. Sasha has it. Remember?
Oh,
see?
That's right.
Look at that. Don't nobody give a fuck about this.
It's right. I say Sasha loses it.
Man, how many times can Charlotte win it in a month and a half? How many times are you going to really make her like her pops?
They're going to try to make her the 16th.
But you don't need to do it right now. She's still in her 20s. She's won it like 4. She's going to make her win it like 4 times, dude.
Like who? But think about this. Who does it? Well, all right. Okay, whatever. But I really just don't care. I don't
either.
Care.
We're in agreement on that. I don't care either.
Okay, so let's say Sasha wins it, just to keep it stalemated.
Yeah, like to me, let me think about this. What time is it? 17. Okay, we're almost there. Charlotte, Sasha. Well, okay, hold on for a second. Because to be honest with you, this is actually the most interesting match out of all the other matches. Because I'm trying to think what happens after this. Because these motherfuckers cannot do this for another pay-per-view. This has to be it for a while. You can't think about this. Like 2 females, Hell in a Cell, and if they put them at the last match, it's not going to get any better than that.
There's nowhere to go from there.
There's nowhere to go. So this has to be the end of their program, at least for a couple of months, at least until sometime next year. So the next person up has to be Bayley, right?
No.
Why?
Because we already seen Bayley in that group. You want to make it even more stale? Just put Bayley in there against Sasha Banks.
So you think Bayley should? You think Sasha's going to go heel?
I just think Sasha should be Sasha Banks, and then she fights somebody else. She fights Nia Jax, who's just sitting around doing nothing. And that's the last thing that girl needs to be doing.
No, I don't think they're going to put Nia in there that quick. I don't know. Huh. Because that's the only reason.
Did all this work to try to build Nia up to be this unstoppable force. She's the only other woman on that show that they've actually built up or put any kind of thing into.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I'm trying to figure out what makes sense, though. Because if Nia gets a hold of it, the way they built her up, she should keep it for a while. But if Charlotte gets it, and then Bayley goes after her, and then you can give Nia to Sasha.
I think Bayley, but Bayley's got her own thing with Dana Brooke now.
They're gonna kill that. They don't care about that.
Of course they will, but they can't just do it just immediately.
Oh yeah, they can. I wouldn't be surprised if they would. They do it all the time. Remember when Roman was involved in the whole world title picture for a week and a half, and then all of a sudden, never mind. Since you picked that over, so like he was. Remember that? I do
remember that.
He was
to do the 6-pack or whatever 3-pack, 4-pack, whatever.
And then he was there because remember when we went in Houston, it was Roman Reigns was up there with them, and then all of a sudden, we did what you needed to do. So
yeah,
I mean they do stuff like that all the time. But I'm just trying to think. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think in terms of WrestleMania. I don't think Charlotte will be in the picture by WrestleMania. I think it will be Sasha and Bayley. I think that's going to be WrestleMania.
I don't think so, because if you're talking about doing Sasha and Bayley at WrestleMania, like you're also talking to Sasha and Bayley like in next week. That's what you're pretty much talking about.
No. I'm talking about Bayley and Charlotte. So they can do Bayley and Charlotte until the Rumble, and then after the Rumble they can do Sasha and Bayley. Because let's say if Charlotte has the title, and then Bailey wins it from Charlotte, and then that's when Sasha can come and try to take it from Bailey.
Something more than whatever they got these 3 women just doing now, or else they're going to burn themselves out by WrestleMania. There's not going to be any match that we haven't seen with those 3 women in it by then. If these are supposed to be your Rock Austin and Triple H of whatever this group is.
See, but the thing about that is, it's like you can't have Rock, Austin, and Triple H had other people to play with.
That's right.
That's the thing. Like, you got to make other people. You can't keep doing that.
They do have other people. They have Foxy, and they have Nia Jax, and they have who are those other people? They built up a whole bunch.
Who cares?
They brought in a whole lot of women before SmackDown even tried. SmackDown has like 6 women, but I think Raw has like 7 or 8 or something like that.
Yeah, well, that shows you how much they put into it and invested in building other people's characters. We can only name 4 or 5. You can name Dana.
Yeah, Dana Brooke.
So Dana. Well, 6. Dana. Well, there's your 6 right there. Dana, Alicia Fox, Nia Jax, and then the 3 that they always focus on. So I mean, it's just. I mean, I don't know. Y'all got to fold somebody else in there, man. Anyway, so let's see. What did I say? I'll say Charlotte gets it. So anyway, the last match, was it Roman? The Roman Reigns and Rusev.
Go ahead. What do you think? All right. See, that's what I think too. Yeah. So, what's the last match? Is that the last match?
Yeah, that was the last match. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Roman, I guess. Watch Rusev. I say Roman this time, and then Rusev wins it.
Roman. Now I say Roman wins. Just to end this.
Because the thing about it is, okay, so Roman wins, then what?
Roman wins, and then he fights somebody else on the mid card who's supposed to be coming up.
But why? Like, it's just what? Okay,
why even put the title on him to begin with?
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying.
But what else are you gonna do with him if he can't run for the world title because no one likes him?
This is what I've been trying to tell you.
That he has.
This is what I've been trying to tell you. So he beats Rusev, then what? Okay, so who's gonna fight Roman now? Sami Zayn can't fight him. No. It doesn't make sense for him to fight. You done put Cesaro and Sheamus together.
Oh, so where's the Sami Zayn fight?
Braun Strowman. That's probably going to be on the pre-show. They didn't have that on there.
Oh, they didn't have it on there?
Yeah.
But who do you think is going to win out of that one?
Braun. Well, yeah, Braun. Braun's not going to lose right now. They'll probably do like a, what do you call it, 50-50 or something like that.
So they just so he'll win, but just it'll be a contested win?
Braun will win, and then Sammy will try to come back, and then probably Sammy will win 1. He'll give Braun his first loss, and then Braun will end up winning the feud. And then he'll move up.
Okay.
But the but back to Roman, that's what I was trying to say. Because if Roman wins the title, this is a mid-card belt. So if Roman wins the title, who's going to come try to take it from him? If Rusev wins the title, then it makes sense for Rusev to fight these mid-level motherfuckers. Like,
but I mean, think about this. If we were talking about SmackDown, you could talk about anybody fighting anybody and it would make sense. But why does it have to be like that for Raw, though?
Because it makes sense. I mean, people have roles to play. Not, well, we just need to give him a title just because he sells hella shirts and the girls like him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I like Roman. I don't like his promos, but I like him, like as a wrestler. But it's just like, you don't have to. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to you don't have to give him stuff. You don't have to give him a title. It doesn't make sense. Because I guarantee you they're going to do this. I guarantee you he's going to beat Rusev or Rusev's going to be in there. This isn't going to be the end of it. They're going to fight another time. They're going to fight until Survivor Series.
Well, how can you put him in a fight in the Hell in a Cell and then say this is not the end?
I guarantee you that will happen, though.
All right.
I guarantee it. And I'm just going to be like, why? Why do we need to keep? All right, man. Like, I don't. Because okay, if you don't see it, then tell me what's next.
You fight somebody else and builds them up. Like the whole idea.
Yeah, but you have to tell me like what I don't see who else is there for him to fight. It's Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins are going to be interlocked for a while, and then Jericho is going to follow them around, Rusev is free, but you just got through fighting him. Sami Zayn is locked up with Braun Strowman. That's going to be a program that's going to run for at least 2 pay-per-views. You then took Cesaro and put him in this tag team with Sheamus, and now they're going to be chasing the New Day around. What other singles guy is there?
I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
but I think the idea with Roman is to have him have really, really good matches with a lot of people, so people say, "Oh, well, Roman's not just garbage," and we can showcase him somehow. I think that's what the plan is for Roman. As far as the execution, as in, who to put him against, I don't really know. I don't even think they know, but yeah. I think that's what the idea is.
But that's what I'm saying. You writing yourself into a corner. Like, and then now what do you do with Rusev? Where does Rusev go?
I don't know. He just sits back on that tank and rides around and screams Rusev.
But this is what I was talking about before in the previous episode. Like, I was like, if you keep it on Rusev, now Rusev can get fought by Sammy. He can get fought by Cesaro. He can get fought by all these other people at the time where you didn't do all that crap. You give him a mid card. You have a roster full of mid carders to go at him. And now it's just like, whatever. What does he get? Did Roman get into it with Jericho? Does Jericho come and chase the U.S. title?
Maybe. I mean, could, but
all right.
I mean, really.
But anyway,
but the whole thing goes back to who cares. But one thing I want to know is if this is like supposed to be their newest, big pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell. Where is their hottest guy doing? What is their, the guy
who is their hottest guy?
It's got to be Chris Jericho at this point.
I mean, but see, that's the funny thing about it, because it's like that's not their intention. Like their intention was
they never intended for that.
The guys who they were actually trying to be the hottest guy, the Romans, even the Kevin Owens, the Seth Rollins, even at one point the Sami Zayns, they're trying to work Sami Zayn up to being that. It's like they're all like in limbo, and it's just weird. It's a weird time in wrestling. It's just weird.
Yeah, everything, the entire storyline for seems like a lot of people is just frozen behind the idea that Chris Jericho is just hot as all get out right now.
I don't know if it's frozen, because I feel like Jericho's his own thing.
Well,
like,
I think the whole thing is like you have Jericho in here as a heel, and he's attached to Kevin Owens, and this is actually going on. But really, we're not supposed to like Kevin Owens at all, or anything that he does, because Seth Rollins is supposed to be trying to burn whatever to the ground. But we like Chris Jericho now, so we like Kevin Owens, so we like both of them. And so when Rollins comes in and says, "I'm going to burn all of this to the ground," we're like, "What? You're going to burn to the ground all of the stuff that we like?"
I just feel like Chris Jericho made people uncertain about Kevin Owens. I feel like Chris Jericho is doing so well. They're looking at Kevin Owens, and it's just like Kevin Owens hasn't really had anything to really shine on. He's played the straight man, and the straight man usually sets up for the other guy in the group to come in and knock him down. And Kevin Owens really hasn't had moments to shine. So it's kind of
he's out there on his main stage to sit up there and say whatever he wants with Chris Jericho every night.
But he doesn't. Like, Jericho dwarfs him every time.
All right, well, you want to be the best in the world? Well, you're in the ring with the best in the world.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
be the best. If you're not, then that's just we know who the best is.
Well, the thing about it is he was fine beforehand. That's the thing. It's not like he can't do it. Since he's been in the WWE, he's been cool. It's just until he gets into this position. Like, it was just weird. It's kind of like the dialogue is weird. The whole like best friend. Okay, we're gonna break up, and it's, I don't know. They're
gonna break up at some point.
It's just weird, and I think it was a mistake. And I think what it was is that they didn't expect. They expected Kevin Owens to be the forefront, and then when Jericho caught on, they were like, "Well, let's ride this Jericho wave." But you can't do that if this is one of the guys that you're trying to build up to be the cornerstones of your organization, and then the old veteran isn't supposed to be the one shining in this point.
But he is.
And that's a problem. That's why
not a problem. Just
it absolutely is, because Jericho is about to go on tour here in a little bit, and then it's just okay. So you had Jericho around Kevin Owens.
There's nothing on. I actually went to the Fozzy website to see what kind of deadline we're up against for that. There isn't any tour information on there.
No, okay. But anyway, so if he leaves and then you leave this other guy there, and it's just like you've spent 3 months with him not doing anything, and it's just like the now fans are gonna be like, are we supposed to care about this guy? Like the point being is that he's the younger guy. He's supposed to be the forefront guy. He's supposed to be the guy that's going to be pushed. Even though this guy has caught fire, but the funny thing is, this guy caught fire when you put him in a situation that you shouldn't have done it in the first place.
Well, it doesn't matter now. He's caught fire, so they're gonna.
It absolutely matters now because now you're stuck. Now you got to figure out how to get out of it.
Write yourself out of it then.
No, okay. I don't trust them to write themselves out of a bag. Like I really don't.
You need to call some of those guys over at SmackDown and ask them what they think they should do.
No, they shouldn't. Fuck them. They put them over there. They tried to look. All right, I'm not even gonna do that because that's the next segment I wanted to do.
Okay.
So let's shut this down. We already talked about.
They need to fix this Jericho thing right now. But you don't fix it by writing Jericho out of it. You fix it by writing something around whatever you have that's hot.
Save that for the next segment because then we could talk about the comparisons between SmackDown and Raw. That's the segue into what we can talk about next. This one's, what is this? 30 minutes or something like this? 20. Talking about this punk ass Hell in a Cell that don't nobody care about. Nobody should be talking about Hell in a Cell for 30 minutes ever.